Hey friends, I was gonna pick up the camera this morning, but it just got so hectic. Hey friends, welcome to the vlog. It is Ev's first birthday party prep, and I have just picked up the first round of food and all the balloons. These balloons! Wasn't thinking. I'm like, yeah, give me 3 bouquets of 12. If I look splotchy and sweaty, it's because I just spent the last 30 minutes fighting to get them in my car. We only lost a few. Considering that's pretty good. I don't have to go far with them, which is really nice because I'm relying on my mirrors. But I'm going to take you guys with me to prep and decorate and get ready for Everett's first birthday party. I do big birthday parties as far as like going extra with my kids. It's just what I do. You guys should know by now. Ella had an Affleck birthday party, okay? I just am who I am. This sweet lady was like, you're gonna have to take all the stuff out of your car. And I'm like, yeah, I can't. She was so nice, but I was like sweating and like, oh. Can you believe he's 1? I can't even. Today is his actual birthday. He's at home with dad. Mom's in full party prep mode. I'm so excited though, I really am. And the fact that I got these balloons in here, I'm even more excited because I was questioning that for a hot second. I almost ordered 5 bouquets because they were so cheap. Party City, I don't know if they're going out of business. It was so cheap, but I'm like, so glad I didn't do that. Okay, I have to show you guys. This was so embarrassing. That's not too bad. I don't know how I'm gonna get them out. Oh, hell. Ding dong. That's not bad. Isn't she a beaut? The lady at Sam said that they just got strawberries in yesterday, that there was no strawberries for 2 weeks. What kind of world? What's happening? Ah! Cupcakes can probably stay out. They don't need to be cold anymore. It got a little hectic. I'm still decorating and it's super echoey in here, but I brought the birthday boy to explore. Yes, he's crawling around on the floor. He's a kid. That's not right. Oh, that's how you do it, dude. Look at that. Baba. There you go. Walk it off. It's Monday morning. Are you ready for school today?
Yeah.
Did you have a good weekend, Ella?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Play.
What'd you do this weekend?
I play.
You played? Where'd you play at? Whose house?
Graham's house.
You went to Graham's?
Oh, you're watching some cockatoos.
You watched cockatoo videos? Was it fun?
Cockatoos to play Xbox.
Cockatoos playing Xbox?
Yeah.
Hey, did you go to brother's birthday party?
Yeah, I will.
You did?
There are a lot of presents.
There were a lot of presents and you opened them all for him, huh?
They are
When we got home? All right.
They are big presents.
They were big presents because there was big trucks inside, huh?
Presents have books and toys in it.
They had books and toys. Yep.
They have long toys and I have.
All right. Brother.
Tuna ice will be there.
And a what?
Tuna ice will be there.
And the what?
Tuna ice will be there.
Yeah, Kona Ice was there.
Here we go.
All right, you ready to go? It's his 1-year-old doctor's appointment today, so we get to see how big you are, buddy. All signs point to over 100% on the growth charts. All right. Hi, kids. I can't believe I have 2 kids. What the heck? Up. Heyo.
Hole in your pajamas.
Let's silence this for a second, eh?
You got a hole in your pajamas.
He's got a hole in his pajamas because he crawls at the speed of light. Everett.
He's like, where'd the sun go?
I know. He just started like actually watching things now. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Look at those curls. Curls for the girls, huh? Look how fast he goes.
Everett, 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 Everett.
Dad, 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 dad. How many words do we have now, Dad?
Mama.
Well, okay. Well, we're gonna...
Mama.
Mama. We have Mama, Dada, Ewa, and yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Baba.
Baba.
Nana, which is food.
Nana. 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 Nana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yum, 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 yum.
Baba.
Baba. Are you just gonna say all the words right now? He wants to see himself. Okay, guys. So clearly I didn't film any of the birthday party. That's a given. I filmed nothing. Nope, we didn't pick up our phones or a camera the entire time we were there. I relied on everybody else to take pictures, which was nice. So I am gonna insert pictures because if you're not on my Facebook or my Instagram, you probably haven't seen pictures and it turned out really cute. I will insert pictures everywhere here. So I got absolutely no pictures, myself, and I didn't film anything. And I stopped filming the prep of it too because it just got away from me. But Everett's first birthday party was a hit, except Ella would not go in the building. She just wouldn't. And I made a huge oopsie. I would say we, really, but mostly me, because I navigate the social stories portion of this whole party planning thing. And we prepared her with the theme of the party, which was a thing all in itself, because Ella's had her themes for the last 8-9 birthdays. We navigated the theme of the party. She was all excited, but I didn't even think to take her to where the party actually was, which was the fire hall next to the fire station. It's where her first birthday party was, my baby shower, my mom's retirement party. It's kind of the standard place you go and have a birthday party when you're a firefighter's kid. It's just like, what is the thing? It's also neutral territory. Neutral territory was very important for this birthday party because it just was, we needed neutral territory. And I didn't take her there before, and I was going to take her the day I party prepped, and she wanted to come home and hang out and relax. So when the morning we got there, as soon as she looked in the door and saw all the cars decor, she was like, nah fam, I'm not going in. And we had already made a plan that if this was going to happen, or if she had a really hard time, my mom would take her to her house and she would just chill there, and that's what happened. I was so sad. Yeah, I was so sad. We were both sad because she wasn't able to experience it, but it's something we're gonna have to figure out over time. This is new for all of us. We are still navigating having 2 children.
And on the flip side, we didn't want to have her be there and be so upset that it took away from his party.
Right,
also.
exactly.
So in order to keep her comfortable, which she wanted to really do, we, you know, your parents stepped up.
Yeah, and it was hard because we are still figuring out life with 2 kids and one who has needs that are different. I even got a ball pit, a little toddler-sized jumpy bounce house for the inside for the little ones, with a ball pit for her. Oh yeah, he's. We got a I can't say words like that. Specifically for Ella and for her friends that were coming. We had a friend of hers from school come, because it was gonna calm her down and everything. And
well, it was for everybody. Right?
It wasn't. But I had Ella in mind.
Enjoys, right?
Yeah, it just was a bummer. But Everett had a really good time. Ella had a really good time, and she spent the whole weekend at her grandparents' house. Because the next day we went out to lunch with Priscilla and Asa.
Yes.
We gave her the choice.
Exactly.
Sometimes she likes restaurants, but this was a new restaurant, and she just wasn't into it. So
and we try to give her all the details of the restaurant, like what's there, and sometimes she's ready to go and wants to, as you guys have seen if you've been here, but this time she just was no.
So we said okay, and we went out to lunch with Priscilla and Asa and Ab. We don't have a lot of friends that we lean on, and we just had a really good conversation, and they're 10 years ahead of us with parenting as well, with 2 kids, with old. 2 different sets of needs, I should say. They're old people, so they're 10 years ahead of us on parenting, and they have obviously Isaiah. He's older.
Stink.
But they gave us really, I would say, sweet comfort. They gave us a lot of comfort in knowing that, you know, it wasn't the end of the world. Ella doesn't care. Ella doesn't care. That's the thing. Ella doesn't care at all that she missed his party.
Yeah, and I mean, it's more of us feeling, wanting those memories, and it's selfish.
It is. I really wanted a picture of all 4 of us as a family, and we didn't get that.
Yeah, it's selfish on our part because she really doesn't care.
No.
She was like, I got to enjoy what I wanted to enjoy.
She had the best time, too. She had the best time at Graham and Opa's house, and she had the best time the next day, too. Meeting Ella where she's at, pushing her, and knowing when to not push her. And this was not the weekend that we needed to make it all about Ella and, like, I would say get through a really hard, I don't want to say the meltdown word, but get through a meltdown in order to get her in the party.
It's not even like the juice is worth the squeeze. It's just you don't want to put her through that distress because it's going to end up flaring up during the party when everybody's there.
And
that's
it wasn't
just how she operates.
Right, and it wasn't about her. And I don't mean that like we want both our kids to be together and experience things together, but this weekend and this party was not about Ella, and that was hard for me because my whole life, my whole universe, our whole universe has always been centered around Ella. So we're learning, and it was a hard pill to swallow, but everybody overall had a really good time and enjoyed their time. Everett had the best time with his little baby friends. He had the best time. There was a little boy crew of babies, and they just hung out and pulled each other's hair and were playing with the traffic cones. Yeah, Everett's huge. He went to his first doctor's appointment yesterday. He is in the 99 plus percentile for his height and weight, and he's 30 and a half pounds and 34 inches tall. He's about the size of a 2.5 3-year-old. And they can't tell you how tall he'll be at 1, but if he was to continue to grow at 2,
same rate.
He'll be about between 6'6" and like 6'8". That sounds insane to me to say. So he will be bigger. He's gonna be a big boy no matter what.
Start a feeding fund now?
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know what we're gonna do. I had a really hard time how we were gonna share this because I was like, I don't want to be judged for her not being there.
But it comes down to, I know you're afraid of being judged, but it comes down to we have to make the judgment call on that.
Yeah.
Because obviously we want her there. We want her to be having fun with us.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's more the stress that's on her.
Yeah, it's too much for her.
Right.
Yeah. And we're working things out. She's got ABA therapy. She's starting back up, and
right.
You know.
when we say ABA therapy, because ABA therapy gets a bad rap with some things.
Right.
It's more of how we can get her to cope with certain things, like noises, just
trying new things.
Certain triggers, trying new things. Not necessarily to make her adapt to the world, but to make the world around her easier to tolerate.
Right, because the world is not going to change for Ella.
Right.
So, and we don't want to change her, but we want to make it as comfortable as we possibly can for her in the situations. And ABA therapy for us as a family, it's not black and white. ABA therapy is not just black and white, good or bad.
Right.
It all is how it is practiced.
I was going to say, when it's done correctly.
When it's done correctly, it's life-changing.
And we've been blessed.
We've been so blessed.
For, I would say, probably 95% of the time, we've seen ABA therapy work correctly for her.
Right, and it's been amazing, and we're starting that back up to help her with her future. So we definitely have, I learned a lot from this party. You learned a lot. In the future, depending on what he wants to do, we'll have parties at home or our new home, hopefully in the future.
Other than that, he stinks.
He does stink. And this party was necessary to be at neutral territory. It just was. And in the future, we will make sure that we do things differently so that hopefully Ella will be able to enjoy her time. But we're so thankful for my parents, who are our backup all the time, because they get to see Ev all the time. So it wasn't a huge deal for them to miss this experience.
No, in a way that I feel bad for that.
Yeah.
Like they put in work to help and do all of that.
I know.
And they couldn't be there for the full experience, but
they took shifts.
Right.
Yeah. It was already established, and my mom offered it up.
I think it's kind of a, oh yeah? And I think it's kind of a, we know how this goes with Elle, like not like, oh, this is how it goes, but it's like a, okay, we got to prepare a backup plan just in case. Everywhere we go, we have to have a backup plan.
Yep, and we definitely push her out of her comfort zone a lot.
Right.
And she works really hard at school, and she works really hard at her activities after school, and she works really hard in general just to cope sometimes with things that we all take for granted. So we try and keep that in mind when we do things with her that are really out of her comfort zone.
Right.
But her brother's birthday parties in the future, I feel like we kind of have an idea of how to go about it in the future, and we'll adapt the best we can.
Yeah, and I feel better planning on our part. I don't want to be like, it makes you feel like a bad parent, but it makes you feel like, crap, I dropped the ball, I overlooked that aspect of it, because we could have parked on the other side and came through the side.
I know. It was a hectic morning. We were planning and putting all this stuff together.
But it's just, it's those lack of things that we learn from. You learn from your failures, and that's regardless with anything in life. You should learn from failures.
I agree.
But it felt like we failed her in that aspect, because we could have went through the side door. Maybe everything would have been okay, or maybe it wouldn't have. Who knows?
But we feel like we failed her.
Right.
She didn't do anything wrong. It was us not.
We know her triggers.
We do.
And we didn't calculate that trigger into what maybe would have set her off for the party. Like and that was a ball drop on our part.
Yep. But all is well that ends well, because it turned out great.
Yeah.
She had a good time. He had a good time. He followed me out here. If you hear the pitter patter of little hands and feet slapping the ground. My camera died. But now he's 1 year old, so that means there's no more monthly baby updates, you guys. He's just a full-blown toddler, and we're enjoying it, this new phase of life, him walking, and
3-year-old sized toddler.
A 3-year-old sized toddler. And he's just we're so proud of both of our kids. They're both amazing and incredible, and I can't believe that we were blessed to do this all over again with him. And we're really grateful and thankful for that. And you guys have been a huge part of it. You were a huge part of my trying to conceive and his birth and being pregnant and having him in a postpartum. I know a lot of your babes are turning 1 or are getting close to turning 1, and I'm so excited for you guys. I'm happy. Enjoy it. And remember, if everything doesn't go as planned, that's okay. That's life. Look at the world we're living in right now. Sometimes things just don't go to plan, but we made the best of it, and everybody had a good time regardless, and we're really grateful and thankful for you guys, and we will see you in the next video. See you later. Bye.